Hello and welcome to the Passion Driven Pioneers interview series. I'm your host, John Channon, and today I'm joined by Patrick Jacobson, who is the president of Lake Country Builders. Patrick, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for the invite, John. This will be fun.
Yeah. So, would you like to just kick us off with a brief background as to who you are, what you do, and then the business that you're in?
Yes, thank you. I am owner operator of Lake Country Builders. I've worked in our company all my life at different stages and times. My parents started our company 49 years ago. So second generation. I have two partners in Rob and Renee who help me run the business currently. And with my parents starting their journey through their next phase of life and in retirement, and they are still supporting us as well. We have been doing uh, design build, home building and remodeling throughout that time, generally around this area, greater Minnesota and northwest Wisconsin. Um, we've kind of touched some other kind of micro markets as far as types of work and areas throughout that time. We've grown and retracted in some cases, size of our company and people depending on economy cycles. And yeah, we're really happy and having a lot of fun with the work we do. We love helping people with their homes, helping realize everything they can be, and helping change lives. Most of that work has been um, remodeling, some new homes. We've also done smaller projects, mostly residential, some light commercial. Um, and we have carpenters on staff. So they are employees. They help us do the actual carpentry work. And yeah, that was always kind of a really important part of our business throughout that time, as my dad was a carpenter by trade. And now I am, like I said, helping lead the ship now as a carpenter's son. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been we've had a lot of we've had a lot of challenges through transition recently, and have a great team, and we're super excited about the future. We have a lot of kind of areas we want to grow in, and um, are super excited for the opportunity. So thanks for asking.
Yeah, no, that's great. So, Patrick, you mentioned you purchased this business from your parents. Had you always worked in the business, and did you know that this was something you wanted to take over? Or was there something that all of a sudden said, hey, this is a good opportunity, I want it, right?
Yes, yes and no. I would say no, I did not ultimately know that this is what I wanted to do. I think with long term, for my life, for my family. I think at each stage, maybe that vision got a little clearer. I was fortunate enough to attend university at DePaul in Chicago. And after that, trying different areas of maybe field life work. I felt drawn back to what I always knew and loved, which is, like I said earlier, just helping people with their homes. So yes, I started. I think my mom and I were trying to figure this out. I think, believe around 14 or 15. In the field, demo, cleaning up job sites, helping run materials. Did learned the business through the field and doing carpentry. Um, then I started in the office in 2005, helping doing estimating and sales preparation. And then also after that, ran our small projects division, and that I both sold and managed all the projects personally. So that was a huge growth opportunity for me, and just rounding out all my skills, knowing the field aspects, how the projects go together, the parts and pieces, the complexities to having all those details come together cohesively. to then understanding, the budgets, the costs, estimating a job properly is really important in trying to run, a service oriented business and trying to deliver and also make a profit because that's also important, right? And then I started just due to growth and also my parents' plans started to do kind of some of the bigger project lead with our clients, and then grew into business management aspects as well. So kind of wearing all the hats, I guess. I haven't directly done design. Not super creative in ultimate nature, but generally I think I am. And so yeah, that's kind of my quick 10-cent tour on kind of where I've been and where I'm at now. And I really value, I mean, my favorite day is just being able to meet with people, help analyze their wants, needs, goals, even budget, and then help guide them through the process so that they can realize, you know, all the things that they dream about in regarding their homes and where they live. So
Can you share with us maybe a little bit about what's that transition like when you go from actually working in the business to being now an owner of the business? What kind of what changes?
that's a very good question. Well, stress level. I think having to both wear the hat of a leader in a for-profit business and having to make big and small decisions at the same time, cohesively, change direction quickly. Luckily, I kind of have an ADD mind, so I think it's puts me right where I need to be. Um, and then I'll go back to just, being successful, and feeling like, you're leading the organization in the right path to be successful. And, what I think our integrator said at one point, revenue cures all sins, right? So when things are going good, um, I think it's a little easier on the ownership end. When things aren't going good, it's really challenging. It can be frustrating. It has led to feelings of everything, self-doubt. Am I doing the right thing? Am I not? And so luckily in our case, we did a lot of, especially tribute to my parents and all the preparation and planning that went into our transition plan and setting us up, meaning myself and our partners, for that next phase of success, hopefully, and growth, and just a support team. We have an advisory board with some other business owners that are in the either industry or not, some past employees, my parents. We also have business consultant at various points that really help set us up for that good base. And then I think all the processes, all the foundation that my parents have kind of developed over the last 49 years, right? That can't go unmentioned, right? And so I think all those things have set us up for success. And then maybe to come back around to your question itself, yeah, I think what differentiates someone from working and then being an owner, I think if you're passionate about what you do, if you have a lot of joy and fun that comes out of it, um, I think maybe those two things are consistent in both, being an employee and an employer or owner. Um, and then maybe it's just that kind of extra level of planning duty that comes with actually owning the thing. You know, it's got to be successful. You have to be prepared to make really difficult decisions when it's not, right? And are those decisions worth it? And I think just with some due planning, due process of sorts and diligence, you're able to give yourself confidence in those things, and especially with the support team, which has been really important for us, especially in our call it infancy of leadership.
It sounds like you guys really had a nice, well laid out plan and a good period of transition time to work on this, and it sounds like it really worked out well for you guys. I'm going to change the subject just a little bit, and
Okay.
you're in a unique space, custom design, building, remodeling. What are some of the things that you guys are doing to remain innovative in that space?
Yeah, thank you. Well, with an aging company like ours, as maybe having one generation be 45, 46, 47 years in business, some of our processes and software technology, I mean, I think those have been, we invested in a web-based software that's specific for our building industry called Build Tools that allows us to stay intimately connected with our team through a web portal, as well as clients. They have instant access to everything from invoicing, schedules, communication, change order, right? Just anything a client and vendor partner, carpenter on the site, team member in the office could need or want to proactively, manage a project thoughtfully, professionally, and keep everyone integrated. That's really been a big step forward in that regard. So I would say technology. We've also kind of updated our book side through QuickBooks and you know we were some of our systems and some of that stuff was somewhat antiquated to today. So it's been a lot of work. It's been some investment, especially in time. We've been patient, and we're really seeing results. I mean, especially clients. They don't have to sift through emails to find a nugget of information, for instance. Everything's kind of tracked like a log in there. Photos, weekly reports. I mean, the weekly reports, we consistently, I think we're good, but just having the clients know where they're at, where they're going, right, or where we're going with the project, and have that be timely, up to date, and consistent has really been an issue throughout our history. And I think just that one thing of just having a weekly report in a portal like that has been just night and day. Is meant a lot, I think, to the experience because what we're really in the business of doing is creating an experience, right? Anyone can do a project, anyone can do maybe, especially the people, the DIYers, right? They know how things may go together and how they hope it's going to look in the end. But what we're really trying to bring to the table for our clients is a comprehensive experience, one in which they can have fun with, right? It's really challenging to begin with. There's a lot of parts, pieces, details, design aspects, colors, um, textures, right? That all come together and have to come together to really realize the vision and the goal. And I just think that uh, again, the software, doing that and creating that experience for them really helps us and provides that.
Yeah, that's a great example. I appreciate you sharing that with us. So, could you offer us maybe just a glimpse into the future plans and goals that you have for your business?
Yes, well, I think well, number one, it's just to continue growing, refining our business so that we can be successful. I think the last couple of years has been challenging. I think in our industry, whether it be, all the external factors I won't mention, right? That you could probably just name one and it would probably be one of them, right? On everyone's minds right now. And so one, it's to grow our company um, we plan on doing that through some new growth areas. Sustainable building principles and sustainable building we've always been impassioned by, and it seems like the desire demand for that is starting to slowly increase. Um, we've also always been in the last 15, 20 years super interested and thinking there's a huge demand coming up for renovations for independent living and creating universal design structures and homes, right? And that we've been doing that in the last 15 years through our stay-at-home division. And that's been where we've been helping people. We have in our area, we have a lot of two-story, split level, multi-level homes, especially from 80s, 70s, where commonly there's narrow walkways, different levels, a lot of aspects that make homes just not universally usable and accessible. So we've been helping clients retrofit their homes to do that. We've also have a vision for doing single level custom new homes. So that's just one level living houses, maybe a basement, half basement, usually a spot or an elevator or space for an elevator. And then just all the modern amenities that help make homes smart, safe, and universally usable. Um, that starts with the design, right? And how they're designed, they're laid out, and then follows through with all the features. It can also have features like life features, meaning something there's an event in the house, right? Is a 911 operator, automatically called, right? Just little things like that we have a vision for doing more of these homes, especially in our area where you can't find them near walkable communities. So that's definitely a growth area for us. We've also been doing a lot more custom single family houses in greater Minnesota and Northwest Wisconsin. We've really had success kind of design planning here and then building there. A lot of our clients live in the metro area and have second or third homes in these markets, and so we've really found success on that, and providing that professional experience in those areas where maybe it might be a little bit more challenging to find that locally. Let's see, what am I forgetting? Yeah, I think those are the main areas. I mean, we've toyed with other markets nearby. That might be a minor aspiration. We've also just we were starting to rebuild our design department. So at one time we had architects, interior designers, CAD drafts people under our roof, so we could provide that design in-house. And we've hired a design director, and we're excited to grow that as well, as also a kind of part of our business as well, to help our clients and provide exciting creative design. Um, so.
That's great. I appreciate you sharing those insights. So, Patrick, knowing that this show is going to be targeted towards people that are either thinking about starting up a business or maybe in their first couple of years of business, do you have any final thoughts or words of advice you'd like to share with our audience today?
Yeah, well, thanks for that question. The first thing that comes to my mind, and I think it goes back to what I learned through our transition planning is just um, use your resources, do the planning up front, especially if you're starting a business. Understand as much as possible all the aspects to the business as possible, so that you can really set yourself up for success. In coming into a business like this, again, second generation, you know, I didn't really have a sense of that until going through the transition planning period because it was kind of like we were taking a business that was already running and then kind of refiguring out how it was going to work in the future. So that really forced at least myself and our team to step back and really analyze each part of the business, how it was or wasn't working, and then how it could work in the future with different people. So depending on the industry that person may be going in, I just, and then resources, right? If you don't have any, go find them, right? Because I think just the little nuggets, if you can learn two or three things from each person, professional, maybe it's they have a similar business or a business consultant of some type, putting all those into a bucket and then using that to kind of form a baseline and a foundation, I think was the first thing that comes to my mind. The next thing I would say is, you know, be open, be transparent. Um, and have fun. Running a business is super challenging. So if you're looking at starting a business, I will be the first person to share that with you. It can be so demanding, and hard, stressful, but it can be really rewarding. It can be really fun. And so to me, just knowing that you can do all those things and employ people, hopefully make some money, and also have fun. Because when you can do all those things and do it thoughtfully, transparently, be honest with people, whatever industry it's in, I think you'll find success.
That's great. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time today, Patrick.
Thanks, John. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great meeting you, learning more about your entrepreneurial journey. And to everyone watching, I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.